this around this. Wrap this through there. Come on, ma'am. Come on.
Swing it again. Swing it again.
Go. Hang on. Here comes Eddie. Got it? Come on. Come on. Come on, I got you. Come on. Hurry, the water's coming, ma'am.
Y'all, I have to tell you, I still get emotional seeing that video, and I've seen it a couple of times now. It is police body cam video of a recent flood rescue in Arizona. Just one of the stories we're talking about all hour of people who have survived near-death experiences. Flooding, in many parts of the country have left destruction and near-death experiences in its path, including for our next guest. Sue Teeters was in that car running errands in Apache Junction, Arizona, when all of a sudden, floodwaters engulfed her. You saw it there, with time running out. Here's how it all played out.
Did you get my dog?
It doesn't matter. Let's go. Come on, ma'am. Ma'am, get up. Get up. What's your... Nobody's going. Come on. Give me your other hand. Give me your other hand. Give me your other hand. I will get your dog. I will get it.
We'll get your dog.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
We got you.
Grab her up. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. Grab her. Grab her.
We got you, brother. We got you. Okay. Is somebody else in the vehicle?
No. Get my dog.
We'll get your dog. We'll get your dog.
Get on your legs.
Get on your legs.
Stand up. Bring it up.
Thank goodness Sue made it out alive, and she joins us now. Sue, thank you so much for being here. I should point out, in the video, we hear you saying, "My dog is
Yes,
there."
ma'am.
Claire was an emotional support dog
Absolutely.
for you. A pet that you got after a devastating loss.
Yes, a few devastating things that had been going on, and so I just felt the need to have some sort of a joy in my life, something that would make me smile, and she did.
And she was your life.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
In that rescue, with them fighting to save you, they could not save her.
No, they couldn't find her.
They couldn't find her. In those minutes, let me go back some, because I know that it's a lot for you, and I'm sitting here crying, and you're as strong as a rock.
Well,
Take me through this, because you were going for running errands?
Yes, ma'am. I had left to go. It had rained earlier in the day, but it wasn't raining anymore. Arizona, especially Apache Junction, has a lot of monsoons.
Yeah.
And it will rain for maybe an hour, and then it's over, but that amount of rain's a lot. In Apache Junction, you have a lot of washes. Yeah. And so you have to be careful about washes.
I was thinking about you. So in New York, I said we're live. We had flash flood last night, just a couple of inches. Nothing like that.
No.
This was 6 weeks ago?
Yes.
Just 6 weeks ago this happened to you.
Right.
I can't, this rush, all of a sudden, you hear about water and the mightiness of it and how it goes so fast.
Yes, ma'am.
What did it seem like to you in real time?
Well, because I didn't know it was coming until it did, there was no water in front of me, and then all of a sudden it came from the side, and it started to come to my car.
The car got stuck on some mud and sand.
Right.
And you weren't able to move.
I was trying to move. A gentleman was trying to help me. He got a rope and was trying to see if he could pull it.
So that wasn't the first attempt to save you out?
No, because there was no reason at the time. We just thought it was mud.
Yeah.
And he was going to just try to get me out of the mud. But when the water started to come, the man was going to get flashed away if he hadn't.
Oh, gosh.
Because that's when the water started to come.
The water then floated the car with you still inside. You hit a tree.
Oh, yes. The tree is when I thought I was probably going to die, because my car went to the side, and then all the water and the mud came up onto my windshield but the current apparently decided to turn the car back up. Wow. And then it continued.
And then it got lodged against a concrete barrier.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It was it's like the wall right before the street starts again, and that's what I hit at the very last there. But it was very low, where I was at, and when I hit that, well, I called 911 before, and they said, "Look behind you."
You were able to reach your phone?
Yeah, I didn't. The first operator actually called me. The first operator asked me what my cross streets were. I was like,
You're like, ma'am, I'm in between hell and high water.
Yeah.
That's where I am.
Yes. And I'm like, well, they were this, but now they're, I don't know,
Yeah.
the groceries. I called the second time and she said, ma'am, look behind you. This is before I hit the wall, and I could see the flashing lights and I could see the firemen there. And then I hit the wall.
Coming up, Sue lost her beloved pet, Claire, as I mentioned, but she's finally found some new joy in her life. The rest of this incredible story beyond her wildest dreams after the break.
I will get your dog. I will get it.
We'll get your dog.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
We got you.
Grab her arm. I'm slipping. I'm slipping. Grab her.
We got you, brother. We got you. Okay. Is somebody else in the video?
Wow, welcome back. It doesn't matter how many times you see that video, my heart just stops, and I'm sure in the audience I can hear y'all reacting as well. All hour long, we've been hearing from people who are sharing their remarkable stories of survival. That's the stunning video, dramatic police rescue of Sue Teeters. Just a few weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, she was trapped in her car during raging flash flood in Arizona. I'm telling you, Sue, hearing that voice, I was like, talk about angels. He's like, I got you. I mean, oh, when you heard him say that and repeatedly, even though you wanted to go in and save your pet, what was that like?
Well, I was unbelievably happy that they were right there, because before I was worried that they weren't. And so when they kept telling me to get out, the hardest part was getting out of my car. I mean, literally getting out. I mean, I was behind the steering wheel and they kept saying, get out.
Yeah.
And I'm 70 and you want me to get out real fast. I don't think that's gonna happen. And I kind of tried to pull back and get my feet over the console.
Right.
And that's when they're like, get out of the car. So I just grabbed hold of his hand and he just pulled. So.
Wow, have you spoken to him?
I have not. I mean, I did a lot of different, in Arizona.
Yeah, early on when it happened.
And thanked them there publicly, but I haven't.
But I imagine like 6 weeks later, life in perspective.
Oh.
And I mean, it's knowing this guy, and he was like adamant, like,
Yeah.
ma'am, I'm getting you out of here.
Actually, he said, get your ass out of the car.
He said, get your, oh, okay. Well, you know, his voice is like an angel, and everybody wishes that they had an angel like that. Can I hear his voice? Do I hear Officer Joshua Dupont? I think his voice is in my head. There you are. He's right over here. Oh. Officer Joshua Dupont from the Apache Junction Police Department joins us. Thank you for surprising us. How are you?
I remember
Doing well.
him.
How are you?
You're so calm. You weren't that calm that day.
No.
You were forceful. When you saw the condition that Sue was in, obviously you're trained to rush in, but there were a lot of factors. She didn't want to leave her pet. You can't control nature. What was front of mind for you in getting control of the situation?
Initially, when we located Sue in the floodwaters, we observed her as she was floating down Weak Wash, and my sergeant and I were on scene for just a few moments. And when we saw Sue's vehicle collide with the raised roadway right there, we could hear and see the force of the water as it was pushing up against her vehicle, was pinning it against the roadway.
Did you think that you were going to save her? I mean, I know you were determined to, but it looked like the odds were against her and you.
When we were located Sue within the vehicle after breaking the window, yes, I was absolutely determined that we were going to get her out of that vehicle.
Aw, Sue, I know you're so grateful to Officer Dupont. And I asked you, I said, it's been about 6 weeks. How do you process what he did for you?
Well, processing it is knowing full well that they were doing their job, but that they had, my needs came first before them. And
He put his life on the line
He
for you.
did. He absolutely did. And, you know, people say, oh, well, that's their job. Well, you know, they work harder than that because their adrenaline is flowing.
Yeah. Officer Dupont, thank you so much for everything that you do for your community. Yes. I know they tried to save Claire. And I said to the audience earlier, you got Claire after your husband passed away of leukemia.
Yes.
And this was your comfort. you can never bring back a love, but love did re-enter your life. And we have with you Sue's new friend, our associate producer, Emmanuel Block. Thank you, Emmanuel. Oh boy. Sue, this is, look at this. This is puppy Bree.
Yes.
When did you get Bree?
About 5 weeks ago.
5 weeks ago. And what has she brought to your life?
Unbelievable joy again. Unbelievable joy. You know, dogs are just that one constant.
Yes.
And
unconditional love.
Oh, absolutely. And just laughter and love. And she just opened up, you know, so many good things for me. Because I get up in the morning, she's there and she's smiling. And I go to bed at night and she's there. And
Officer Dupont, you have a canine unit?
We are about to get one.
Well, thank you so much. You got to name her Bree Dupont.
oh, there you go.
Thank you so much, Officer Dupont. Thank you, Sue, for sharing your story. This is one cute